My mother can't come visit us because there's no category for family visits.
Oh.
The categories are very defined, and tourism and family visits are not two of them, which are the heaviest amount of people who come and visit us. Pilgrims are not there. Pilgrims is a major part of our tourism sector.
Yeah.
So if they want to implement this sharply, they will destroy any kind of value that the tourism industry brings to us, let alone family relations and so forth.
It gives them the option to implement at any time and at will.
Exactly. It's on the books, basically. And this, I mean, these are examples. I mean, the mainstream human rights organizations in Israel and in the world, in Israel being Yesh Din and Beit Tselem, two major human rights organizations, called this the crime of apartheid.
Oh, yeah.
Human Rights Watch, internationally known and renowned, went further and said this is a crime of apartheid and persecution. Amnesty International, with the latest report, went even further and said this is not only a crime of apartheid and persecution in the occupied territories, it is also the same inside the state of Israel, and that's not all. It's also the same as it applies to refugees that can't come back home. Those 4 reports are damning reports. If you go to epalestine.ps, there's links to those reports and others that have entertained the issue of crime of apartheid. So what I'm saying is examples, but this is well documented by professional people who document this for the purpose of going to the International Criminal Court to bring a case against Israel. What does Israel do on the ground? Last month, they enter Ramallah overnight and they close, sealed, shut 7 human rights organizations that are doing the documentation. Israel refuses to allow the international community to allow their experts to come in to document, like the ICC, the UN Special Rapporteur for occupied territories. They're not allowed into the country. They have denied them entry. So those organizations outsource the documentation to Palestinian organizations who have become very professional in the way they document the violations, and those violations are basically the fodder that goes to the International Criminal Court for the case. So they stopped the people from coming in. The next step was to stop the information gathering on the ground. So they closed those organizations. The organizations came to work the next morning. They unsealed their offices and opened them. 8 o'clock, 8:15, they were open. A blatant in-your-face to the occupation that you're not going to define our lives. However, each one of the heads of those organizations, including the staff, are now waiting every night to be arrested, because that's the next threat.